it's kind of funny and sad at the same time watching the ignorant leftists come on social media, go on TV and talk about how Donald Trump is broke because he can't come up with the bond to pay off Letisha James's judgment and all the nonsense. The reason they did this to Donald Trump is because they know, and anyone who knows anything about finances understands, that most billionaires or just people who have a vast amount of wealth don't have that kind of money in liquid assets. That's why you'll see a billionaire one day lose $2 billion in the stock market, because his money is not liquid. This is why they won't take any of Trump's assets as collateral, because they want him to pay cash, because they know he can't come up with the cash. That's the game. Now what they'll do is they'll go into his portfolio, they'll seize his buildings that are probably worth $300 million and say it's only worth $20 million, and you still owed us another $400 million. This is the game they play, you see. And to see people parroting, say, oh, Donald Trump is broke, he can't come up with the money. You're a moron. You're a complete and utter moron. The fact that you're okay with the government seizing people's property just because you don't like a guy, I'm telling you, those of you cheering this on are what they call useful idiots. And one day your day is going to come when you dissent with the government and they come after you in the same way. That's why this isn't about Donald Trump. This is about the American way of life. And the fact that these powerful people, the politicians, are going to go after their political opponents. And trust me, one day you will become a political opponent. It's happened throughout history. The people who support tyranny usually end up on the other side of the coin, because the people who are imposing the tyranny understand that just as you support them today, tomorrow you might change your ways, and then you become the victim of the people who are imposing all this tyranny. Just look at history. Stop tearing on the fact that our government is destroying people's lives, because I'm telling you, and I promise you, if they are successful with this, you will be next. Even Elon Musk would have trouble coming up with that kind of cash collateral. That's just a fact. He's trying to get a bond company to secure this loan, and they won't do it because there's never been a judgment this big. How do you think that a judgment for $450 million, when no one lost money, there was no victim and all that stuff, is actually okay? It's not about President Trump. You could sit here, come on my social media, say all this dumb stuff. The bottom line, this is not what America's about. You can cheer it on and thinking it's okay, but all you're doing is cheering for the demise of this country and its economy. That's all you're doing. You're a fool. You really are. And I never thought that people in this country would just be full of so much hate and vinegar that they would actually cheer this stuff on. It's sad. It's sad. And you need to look deep within yourself and say, is this really what America's about? Seizing people's assets, trying to force them into selling their businesses that they've worked hard for so many years because I don't like their politics? We are falling as a nation. People are divided exactly because of this. Because you have people like Letisha James and the judge, Aaron, whatever his name was. They're Marxist. These are Marxist moves. These are things that have happened throughout history. Don't believe me. Just go online and Google Marxism. Look at what tyrants have done to their political opponents throughout the years. And the fact you're cheering this on is mind-boggling. I never liked Barack Obama, but I would never cheer the government on to do what they're doing to Trump to do to him. I just don't agree with it. That's why. Somehow your sick, demented leftist brains think that this is okay. Whatever, man. All I know is what you cheering for, in the end, will come back to bite you and many other Americans in the butt. Because remember this day, as you cheered this on, and if Trump doesn't win, this is going to be the pattern from now on. It's never been done in the history of this country. But now once it is done, it becomes a precedent like everything else. And you may one day be on the end of that tyranny. Before I leave, I just want to say this one thing. And you could do your homework on this. You could call me any name you want on this platform. I really don't give a shit. Most billionaires only have 1% of their assets in liquid cash. 1%. That's a fact, an undeniable fact. The fact you don't know that tells you how ignorant you are. Come on here, call me names. Who cares? You're ignorant. You don't know nothing. You don't know crap, and you're a fool. Keep cheering this on, because I promise you, one day, people who oppose your ideology will be in charge, and they're coming after you. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.